do a mic check. Can you guys hear me in the back?
No.
No. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Nearly 1 out of 10 black adults in Maryland has asthma. And asthma prevalence in black children is 60% higher than prevalence among white children. As of December 2011, Maryland's unemployment rate is 6.9%. Baltimore City, 9.3%. Blackwater Wildlife Refuge, a 27,000-acre wildlife refuge in the Chesapeake Bay region, loses nearly an acre a day to sea level rise due to climate change. What is the solution to these problems? Changing the way Maryland generates our energy. It is time to move Maryland into a cleaner, greener energy, such as solar, efficiency, and yes, offshore wind. Hello, my name is Christine Hill, and I am the conservation representative for the Maryland chapter of the Sierra Club. The Sierra Club is one of the biggest and oldest environmental nonprofits with 1.3 million members across the United States and over 450 local groups like the Maryland chapter. We all work to protect the environment and strive to get people outdoors. We are a part of a coalition of Maryland environmental, faith, and business groups who have joined together to help spur the development of offshore wind energy for Maryland. Getting turbines spinning off of Maryland's coast has been named a top priority with the Maryland environmental community. I would like to take a few minutes to talk about why offshore wind works for Maryland. It works for our ratepayers, our health, our jobs, and our climate. Offshore wind is promising for our state because of the position we are next to an incredible offshore wind energy resource called the Mid-Atlantic Bight. A study found that wind power off Maryland's coast would be equivalent to 2/3 our current state's energy demands. Offshore wind works for our health. With offshore wind, Maryland families will save over $4 billion over a 25-year period by preventing premature deaths. We cannot afford to continue paying higher medical bills, emergency room visits, and lung disease and asthma attacks. Offshore wind works with jobs and for jobs. With incredible coastal wind power, this new American industry will take off whether Maryland is ready or not. After losing 85,000 manufacturing jobs since 1990, Maryland workers cannot afford to see another serious jobs plan go to waste. This legislation could lead to a 450 megawatt offshore wind farm and create over 2,000 jobs in the process. There are over 1,000 businesses in Maryland that are in this industry and that could participate from this development. Wind works for our ratepayers. We all know the price of fossil fuels is like riding a very, very bad roller coaster. Wind is free. A recent poll showed that nearly 2/3 of voters statewide favor developing offshore wind power, even if it meant raising $2 a month in their utility bill. We can lock in affordable, stable rates, protect consumers from ever-rising fossil fuel prices, and save money over the long term. And lastly, offshore wind works for our environment. Developing a moderate-sized offshore wind farm will eliminate nearly 1 billion tons of global warming pollution a year. Maryland has a goal of getting 20% of its energy from renewables by 2022. This goal cannot be achieved by solar or onshore wind alone. In order for us to achieve our goal in curtailing the effect of climate change on our state, we need to develop offshore wind for Maryland. This is the session to pass an offshore wind bill for our state. Not next session, but this section. This year, the O'Malley administration is proposing a new bill after taking into account legislators' concerns from last session and study sessions over the interim. This year's bill sets up a more market-friendly process to incentivize offshore wind development, includes stronger provisions to protect consumers and to protect in-state jobs, and ensures positive net benefits to our state. We have a simple choice. We can either sit back and watch the health of our people continue to deteriorate, watch our climate continue to deteriorate, do nothing with our unemployment rates, and watch other states harness a new industry right from under our feet. Or we can get ahead of the curve by becoming an industrial hub for this emerging American industry. Which will you choose, Maryland? The time is now. Please fill out your cards in your folder and visit our table on the side. The Sierra Club table is over on the side, and we have our coalition table on the left side over here. Please visit us to get more involved on the offshore wind campaign. Tell your senators and House delegates that you want to see this offshore wind bill passed. Thank you.